So I heard you're back in town and haven't changed a bit, man. You get off talking down to the little man. Time you get what you deserve. Wow, you're so fucking stupid. Been a while since my head was this polluted. Lucky I know my own word. So you wanna fight me? Are you big enough? Kick the back of my knee. Are you serious? You keep on trying, boy. I like your blood on my teeth, just a little too much. So bite me, slap me around the face. Now I'm twisting your arm till I hear it break. I get stronger every day. Yeah. Little girl, gon' got a gun from a gangster. Run, little girl, bang. Say that again, I didn't quite hear ya. Mess with the wrong bitch in the wrong era. I've been at work and I got my badge up on wrong. Honey, I've changed so much since I last saw ya. Hands on my head, up every day. Ooh, ding, ding, hold my earrings for my debut. Cause I'm like a prospect into a portal. Come at me, don't tell me I didn't warn ya. Did you think I'd be easy? Snap me like bamboo. Mold me into the sole of your jackboot. Wish I could bottle the taste. Cause I drink up that look on your face. So you wanna fight me? Are you big enough? Kick the back of my knee. Are you serious? You keep on trying, boy. I like your blood on my teeth, just a little too much. So bite me, slap me around the face. Now I'm twisting your arm till I hear it break. I get stronger every day. Yeah. Little girl, got a gun from a gangster. Run, little girl, bang. Say that again, I didn't quite hear ya. Mess with the wrong bitch in the wrong era. I've been at work and I got my badge up on wrong. Honey, I've changed so much since I last saw ya. Hands in my head, up every day. You ding, ding, hold my earrings for my debut. Cause I'm like a prospect into a portal. Come at me, don't tell me I didn't warn ya. Little girl, gone, got a gun from a gangster. Run, little girl, faster. Little girl, gone, got a gun from a gangster. Honey, I've changed so much since I last saw ya. Hands in my head, up every day. You ding, ding, hold my earrings for my debut. Cause I'm like a prospect into a portal. Come at me, don't tell me I didn't warn ya.
Hey, everybody. I'm still getting set up here real quick. Give me just a moment. I hope you can hear okay. Let's knock that down. How's everybody doing? Seems like things got a little crazy. Hey, Unitonica, how are you? That's the first message I've seen. I hope you're good. Hey, Tater. Good to see you. I love you, Tater. Sweet Tea, 6 up. Scott H, good to see you too. JBT, cracking asses. Love you guys. I hope you guys are all doing really good. Hey, Widow 33. I hope you're doing good as well. Resolution, I dumped a wrench on you. I hope you don't care. Annabelle Roma, good to see you too. Hello, Miss Sandra Neal. I love that movie. How are you, Sandra? Hey, Angel. For the record, I stand with Angel talks too fast. And I don't care what that makes me or what people think about that. Angel, I'm really sorry to hear what's going on. That's what prompted this live stream today. A lot of stupidity, right? I hope that you're taking care of yourself. And whatever I can do to help, please let me know. Wrong is wrong. And it continues to grow until people speak out and say, what the hell is going on? What are you doing? Hey, Karma's a bitch. Hi, I'm Karma. I like that name. Moderators, if you feel a little overwhelmed, please let me know. And let me drop some wrenches if I need to. There's managing moderators I see. So if you need to slow the chat, subscribers only. Okay, I see you did that. Yep, handle it. Y'all know what to do. Hey, Pooh, how are you? Pups a Pooh. Hey, Jen P. Diz, thanks for being here. I'll be hanging out at Diz's tonight for sure, now that I'm back on my schedule. Mama of 2 girls, it's good to see you. Hey, Quiz. Dr. J Banana. I don't know why I always sing it, but I do. Hello, Kiki's Eyes. Hey, I know that you're not me and I'm not you, and I'm not sitting back here typing in a chat, and I'm so sorry that people are somehow confusing you with me and me with you. The same thing happened with an old friend, YouTube dumpster firefighter. I'm really sorry that anything is coming at you. Please don't ever feel afraid to type in the chat here. But I am gonna kind of bring you up here in a little bit, so I'm glad that you're here, not in a negative way or anything like that. Truth be told, claws out. Hello, how are you? Lee Marie. Hey, Anastasia Beaverhausen. I love that name, by the way. Hey, Matthew. This song makes you want to flip my car on its side for no reason. Right. Me too. It really pissed. I mean, there's just so much crazy. There's just, you know what I mean? There's only so much crazy that people can take. But, it's, I'm going to remain calm this evening. See, there's a clip out there of me really losing my shit. And people are really, I don't care what they say about it. They take it out of context. They always forget to add the flip, the flop, all of the things. So we're going to talk about it tonight. I had no idea that Nicolina was live. I just found out. I just got a message. So I didn't even look. I saw that AB was live. I was over in the chat while I was setting up. Nicolina is live right now. And so I didn't intend to step on toes. This is the one time that I just didn't look through my subscription list to see if anybody was live. I've been gone for a while. I've been in and out, this, that, whatever. Nope, not traveling with children or anything like that. As much as people want to make it all about that. But I just hit the live button. There's several times now I wanted to go live, but someone's always live, and I hate that feeling of stepping on toes. Hey, Ewokbish, good to see you. That would be Wee Frosty Ewok, who is my friend. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you very much. Hey, Ocean Tide, Kim Holmes, Shelby Ray live. Good to see you. Matthew, my friend. Where's your wrench, Matthew? Matthew. Did you drop it? Did you stick it out there somewhere and drop the damn thing? Knock it off. Knock that shit off, Matthew. Quit losing it. Okay? Quit losing it. If you don't know Matthew, let me introduce you to him while I finish getting set up quick.
Yo, before I forget, let me say this real quick. That lady, Vilomah, that Vilomah lady, she pretty dope. Shout out to her. Yeah, out to her.
Y'all, that's my favorite part. Shout out to her. Have you met Crimes and Fashion? If you haven't, let me introduce you to Crimes and Fashion also. If somebody can drop the link for Crimes and Fashion. Matthew, drop your link, fool.
Hey, hi, Vilomah. How are you? Vilomah, you are so sweet, I swear. So, I don't trust anybody that doesn't like Vilomah. I mean that. It's Vilomah, no, I don't trust you if you don't like Vilomah.
Thank you, Crimes and Fashion. I don't trust anybody that doesn't like you either. But for all the negativity, just remember that there's some positivity out there. There may be a handful of people that just want to drag your name through the mud and say all kinds of ugly things about you. And is what it is. You can't stop people from having their opinions or voicing them. But not everywhere is ugly and negative. And on that note, let's lighten it up a little bit. And then we'll get started.
In a minute, I'ma need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. Feeling fussy, walking in my Balenciennes, trying to bring out the fabulous. Cause I give a fuck way too much. I'ma need 2 shots in my cup. Wanna get up.
I love it. Right? Me too, right? Right? Yeah, it's crazy. There's a lot of just ugly stuff that's floating around. Hey, sweet tea. Truth be told, claws out. Hey, Tragedy Pimps Exposed. Always good to see you. Thanks for being here. So I don't want to take too much time because Nicolina's live right now, and I think there's probably some other people that are scheduled. Hey, Lise. Hey, Audrey telling their stories. I've been kind of in and out, right? I've had mega extra busy stuff going on, but this is important to me. When I hear somebody that's being attacked to the point of removing their channel, their content, and I understand that, right? I understand that. And listen, when people are out there saying that when somebody leaves, they delete their comment or they delete their content, they remove their videos. There's no conspiracy to it. I completely understand it. I've wanted to do it a time or two myself. You remove it because everybody's twisting everything that you say and they're using it in a nefarious way. There's no conversation, no communication. It's just attack, 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 and it's wrong. It's not okay. Hey, True Texan, how are you? Cotton Candy, hello. Hey, Gavel Geeks. I'm glad that you're here. I'm really glad that you're here, Gavel Geeks. If I missed anybody, I am really sorry. Sin, hello. How are you? Jen P. Brooke Dub V. That's a new one. Welcome. I'm glad that you're here. I understand that there are people that, hey, Freeside, people that are changing their names. There's subscribers that are completely changing their names because they don't want to be seen in chats, and I understand that. Completely understand that. Hey, Mad Miss Hatter. Oceanside. Cotton Candy 65. Truth be told. Okay. If anybody comes, if I didn't specifically say hello to you, I apologize. Don't take it the wrong way. Hey, Kimmy Love. I'm scrolling back through. Tango Ray. I'm glad to see some of the jerks here because I did tag you in the description below as well as Six Up Media. Hey, Six Up. I tagged several people because, hey, Magpie. I tagged several people because it seems like there's a running theme right now. And first off, hey, Mark W. So I've had a ton of clips sent to me. I went back and watched some live streams that are just ugly, slanderous, nasty, ridiculous. I don't know what the heck's going on that side of the fence. I seriously feel like a lot of people have completely lost their ever-loving minds. When people are that far into that, there's no talking to them. Everything you say is going to be twisted into another motive that fits the narrative that they're trying to spend. So I'm not up for communication with those people at all in any capacity. And unfortunately, I have to say this. Never will you see me sitting in a chat, listening to that, entertaining that, engaging in that, participating in that, ever. And I have to draw the line with that. I was shocked at the people in the chat engaging in that. I don't know if like I'm a free spirit. Roam, go where you go. Like who you like, support who you support. Nobody, not anybody has the right to tell you where you can be and who you can like and any and all of those things. But I have to say something here. When things like that, when accusations of being pedophiles or supporting pedophiles or covering up for pedophiles. Hey, Hippieporium, Jordan, Kim Holmes. If you can sit in the chat, hey, Mitten Mama, if you can sit in the chat and listen to that and go along with that, there's a problem. I've said it a million times before, like, I'm not monetized. I'm not here for money. There are people that are. And if you have a good channel and you're doing good things and your content is giving something, giving people positivity, if you're bringing positivity to your community and that kind of thing, absolutely support those people. I support the people that I love and care about, people that are doing good things. My problem lies with please don't come in my chat if you think that of me. If you think that I'm a pedophile or that I harm children or that I cover up for pedophiles or that I have any connection whatsoever to that kind of shit, please don't be here. Don't ride the fence. I'm not saying that like get the fuck out. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying please don't do that. I'm not down for that. I'm not going to sit in a chat where people are being slandered to that level. especially when there's no proof of that. You can't make connections because someone's in my chat. It's just crazy. But let me go back to the beginning of Tiffany's live stream the other day. I'm not playing any of that. I'm not playing the strike game. Everybody's heard it. There's no need to play it back and forth. There's a couple of things that have been left out that I think are very important. And yes, I'm going to talk about Purple Phoenix, and I'm going to talk about Jenna right now. And then I'm going to move on from there. So I want to clear this up. Stop saying that people paid me to become a weapon against you. I made it so very clear that that is not true. I was on your panel, Purple, and explained to you that I had emails sent to me. I asked you to stop using another person's child's death as a weapon. That's it. That's all. You tried desperately to make it about picking sides or who was right or who was wrong. And I made it very clear that the other person, her hands are not clean. There's all kinds of bad stuff going on between the two of you, and it's a very long history. And that I don't know the history, and I don't want to know the history. Hey, Boots. Hey, Texas girl. My issue came when people are scared to death to be seen in chats. People who have lost children, people who lurk and then start chatting somewhere, then they become affiliated or acquainted with a community. And then all of a sudden they hear something like that, and they're fearful that it's going to happen to them. So I heard Jenna on the panel saying that I was paid by the jerks and or 6up Media to come after them. Look, that's not true. That is not true. There is no truth to that. So stop saying it, because there's no receipts to validate that. The only people saying it are the two of you and the people that you're telling it to. No one pays me to do anything. I don't take money from people. It's simply not true. My argument was one thing. Please, after the Zab Girl shakedown, people went frantic. They were running frantic, especially Vilomahs. They don't want to be fooled into believing that somebody is a good person, only to later disagree with them and then have their child's death be exploited or used as a weapon. That was my whole fight. Hey, Scotty, how are you? Hey, Momo, Euphoria, welcome in, everybody. So because you couldn't tell the truth, I would just like to revisit a couple of these things and then very quickly move on from those. So the first video that I put out was unbiased, in her own words. I did have it unlisted for a while, but I went ahead and put it back put it back public. I'm going to drop the link for it. I'm going to play some of this. This is what started the whole issue with Purple Phoenix. And look, I'm not rehashing it. You've run around telling people I've gone panel to panel, attacking you, talking about you. That's not true. I haven't been live in over 2 weeks. There's one panel that I went on where we had a conversation about grief. None of your names were ever mentioned or brought up. There's no community posts about you. I walked away from it because I don't do the tit for tat war crap. I don't do that. Hey, Heels in the Air, how are you? I don't do those things. I've been on 2 panels in the last 2.5 weeks, 3, including Jenny. Your names have never come up. So can you stop telling people that I've been running around talking about you? How about tell the truth there a little bit? How about the part where you doxed me? I mean, it's okay to say that we don't like each other. I don't like you, you don't like me. Stop running this ridiculous narrative. People paid me to come after you. I called you out for threatening another YouTuber First, I said the only proof that was sent to me, because I asked for proof. So when people were emailing me, I'm talking about subscribers, not content creators. They were scared to death. This was going to start happening all over the entire YouTube, that people all over YouTube were going to have an issue with them and then start using their child's death as a weapon. So then I came on your panel and everything actually ended pretty well. At the end of that, you were like, yep, said it in anger. I never said autopsy photos. I never said death reports. I just said I wanted cause of death. Let's review that quickly. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because I've figured out saying anything at all turns into a huge war. But you lied. See, I didn't accuse you initially of having anything to do with autopsy photos, and you were adamant. You said all over the place, you never said that. And then the wonderful Pooh provided the proof. So I did a second stream and was like, why did you lie about it? You run around telling everybody that people have paid me to attack you. That's not true. I simply said, can we not do this?
So, it's live. Oh boy. If that isn't a train wreck waiting to happen, I mean, we all are well aware of shenanigans. So she was over there, it's, she's tried speaking upon the whole Zab girl releasing autopsy photographs and stuff like that. Well, honey, you can't just watch like 5 minutes of today's my show and then, think you can speak on some shit. And you don't even know where they were put. You didn't say the name right. You're calling for YouTube to take her channel down because you were putting out that it was played on her channel, but it wasn't. Remember, we clarified that last night. And then the best part of all, guys, the best part, and that is she tried to tell her 3 to 10 people watching that I was trying to get her son's autopsy photos. And that's never what I said I was going to get. Never once. And I never once said I was putting anything online. But, it's a Freedom of Information Act, right? People have the right to know. Said I was putting anything online. But, it's a Freedom
I put my phone down.
of Information Act, right? People have the right to know.
So this was the whole reason that I made a video or any of those things. This is it. This is all. There's no attacking. I had conversation. I said, can we please stop doing this? It's very important that we don't put targets on subscribers, other YouTubers, like content creators, moderators. Like this just isn't okay. Can we please stop doing that? And went on the panel. It was kind of ugly. Then it was okay. So on and so forth. Long story short, I'm not going to rehash all of this because all you do is end up picking it up and running with it. You're a liar. You came over here just because the jerk sent you. Because nobody sends me anywhere. Nobody sends me anywhere. No one tells me what to do, where to go. My own person.
So if I wanted to,
tell me this isn't a threat, right? And then you lied and said, you never said anything about autopsy photos. So listen, this is simply because you can't keep going from chat to chat. I've got screenshots of Purple and her moderators and Jenna all up in all these other chats of people that I've had issue with in the past, talking all kind of crap, looking for all the receipts, running with this whole crazy narrative that I'm somehow working for the jerks and for 6up. It's crazy to me. This is where it started. I didn't just pop in like a wrecking ball.
I could file for it.
This is the threat originally that was made. I'll go back and play it again. Over and over and over. I don't even care about who it was said to. I care about the threat. This isn't about a tit for tat or who is right, who's wrong. This is about please don't do this. That's it. That's all.
I was putting anything online. But, it's a Freedom of Information Act, right? People have the right to know. So if I wanted to, I could file for it. Like I said, I'd just have to pay the fee. I'm not going to, but just know I can. Because if said person can get autopsies of a missing a missing and murdered child, then that doesn't make anybody else off limits. Not going to do it. I'm just, putting it out there. But since, you've already accused me of calling the funeral home and trying to get autopsy photographs, which the funeral home doesn't even have. So that was way before any of this even came out. Now you're running with it even more. But no, that's not what I told you. I told you I would get his death certificate.
Okay, you hear that part? She said she gets a death certificate, right? This went on and on and on. It was brought to my attention. I did a live stream about it and said, if this is, it's right after the Zav Girl stuff. And I said, listen, if this is the new acceptable standard where other YouTubers, where people are having disagreements, and it goes directly to, let me get your deceased child's death records of any and all, so that I win the battle, or I shame you, or I call you this, or whatever. It's wrong. That is my only fight. I have stated over and over and over, the person that this was directed at is not free and clear of being a terrible person on the platform. I think we all have our moments. I don't stand with either of them. It's the behavior, not the people. And I said that, and I made it clear, and I've said it 100 times. You're going to hear them spin this over and over and over and over and add to it and stretch it out and wrap it around the tree and dog walk it down the road and all of those things. Go back and watch the streams. They're on my channel. I haven't. I republicize them. I put them back on public because I'm just tired of this bullshit that I'm panel hopping, attacking, making up all of these things. Please show the proof where I've done that, because I have not done that. The last time I spoke about this was a month ago, roughly 3-4 weeks ago. I haven't spoke about it since. Regardless of how many times you tell people that I've been chat to chat, panel to panel, talking shit, that is simply not true. And why aren't people ever asking for actual receipts around here? Isn't that what everybody says? Receipts, or it didn't happen? Where's the proof? This went on and on. What I actually said about this was, it's the equivalent of saying, well, I know where you live and I might just come burn your house down. Maybe I won't, but maybe I will, because I know where you live, but maybe I won't, but maybe I will. That's what you did for months. And I just said, can we stop doing it? Listen, we're never going to be friends. Never. I don't like being friends with people who spin narratives to create a hate bond to go at somebody because they called you out on some fuck shit. I don't like people like that. You and I will never respect each other. We will never, ever be friends. We're never going to be sitting on the same side of the fence. And I'm okay with that. I'm not trying to be your friend. I don't want to be your friend. I think that's pretty clear. I don't come to your chat. I don't watch your shit. I don't know what the deal is. But you lied. You said I never said it. I'm going to play it one more time, and I'm going to play you what she really did say. Not because I'm rehashing it, but because I'm tired of the lies. Get your shit straight. You're the one that continues to bring this up and run from person to person to person. It's you and Jenna doing it, not me. I said my piece on it. I said, please stop doing it. You lied and said you didn't do it. I brought truth out and said, you did do it. You did say it. You did make the threat. And I walked away from it. I don't do the tit for tat war shit. Hey, Blinksley. Hey, Nana for life.
Said I was putting anything online, but it's a Freedom of Information Act, right? People have the right to know. So if I wanted to, I could file for it. Like I said, I'd just have to pay the fee. I'm not going to, but just know I can. Because if said person can get autopsies of a missing a missing and murdered child, then that doesn't make anybody else off limits. Not going to do it. I'm just, putting it out there. But since, You've already accused me of calling the funeral home and trying to get autopsy photographs, which the funeral home doesn't even have. So that was way before any of this even came out. Now you're running with it even more. But no, that's not what I told you. I told you I would get his death certificate.
Okay, does everybody hear that? She never said anything like that. She never said she could put anything online. She never this, she never that, blah, blah, blah. And listen, if you don't think this is wrong, I don't like you. It's not about the person. I don't know this Purple Phoenix to say she's a shit person or she's a bitch or she's a this or she's a that. What she did was wrong. When she denied doing it over and over and over, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. Well, you should know the history. You should know what she said to me. Here's my opinion. When it comes to having a deceased child, that should be off limits, period. There should be zero reason. And I know this because it's been done to me. People out there saying I lied about how Cody passed away. You are the idiot that doesn't know the difference between a motorcycle and a dirt bike, or that they're the same thing when it comes to reporting. And it's the first thing that's used against somebody who's lost a child. That's the jugular, right? That's what's going to hurt the most. So let's go for that. Let's drag the shit out of the deceased child instead of saying that you don't like the person. That's the mentality here. And it's sick. I simply said, can you stop doing it? I didn't do it. Well, I did it once, but I'm not going to do it again. Yes, it was wrong. I admitted it. I apologized. Then you go right back to doing it over and over and over every time you get pissed off. So you just heard her say, she never said it. She never said it. Hey, Liza. Then Pooh comes out. I'm going to drop a link here. This goes directly to Pooh's, this video that I'm about to show. Please, please, please make sure that you go subscribe to Pooh's channel. Pooh's somebody who clips to show the truth. Pooh doesn't clip to be right or to be wrong. Pooh clips to show the truth. And people can disagree with that. That's okay.
Oh, it's okay, voices. Because I shall have my revenge.
Revenge.
May not be today, may not be tomorrow, may not even be a year from now, but I'll have it. You bet your sweet ass I will.
It's bullshit. And then she wants to drag me, think it's fucking cute. Well, guess what? It can go both fucking ways. Now it's my turn to drag them through the fucking mud. Contact their fucking family members. See how they fucking like it.
Of which I said is never okay to do. All the real life shit, never okay to do. I've been successful in setting that boundary for this space, this channel, and where I go. You will never see me participating in that shit. It does not happen here. I have never doxed anybody. Not intentionally or accidentally. Never, ever have I done that. Never will I do that. Because I'm not ever going to do. I'm not doing this real life shit tit for tat.
You know, maybe I should look up her son and tell her, see if he knows about this threat, and then call the fucking school, because she's putting children in danger, not letting the school know. They got to put a plan in place, right? Mm-hmm. She's full of fucking shit is what she is. Right? So now it's not like I don't know where to go look.
So if this Tony person went real life on Purple, that shit's not okay. And I've said that 100 times. See, it's not an attack on the person. It's calling out the bullshit behavior that everybody should be standing behind. And if you don't, I'm okay with that. I'm not expecting you to pick up the sword and go to battle. I'm not asking anyone to unsubscribe. I'm not saying don't go get a membership. I'm not saying don't be there. I'm saying please don't participate in this kind of shit. That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Hey, also.
So now it's not like I don't know where to go look.
Hey, COVID.
Tony. Mr. Tony. See, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? Right.
So then call out the behavior. Call out the person for being a shitty person. But you lied over and over and over and said, you never said this. All you said was that you wanted the cause of death, which isn't your business. It's nobody's business. Here's what you really said. So when you're running around panel to panel, chat to chat with all the people that have issue with me, and you're talking the shit about I'm attacking you, I'm the one panel hopping, I'm the one running my mouth about you, I'm the one attacking you, people are paying me. It's not true. And you have no fucking proof of it because it's never happened. I did not do that. I made videos on my channel. I went to your panel. I was on Earth's one time because she was talking about it. That's it. That is all. I haven't been live in over 2 weeks. So please show the proof of the panels I've been sitting on attacking you. Please show the proof of me in chats. Please do that.
Tony, she's so fucked up in the head, man. You know, I'm just about to show this bitch how nasty I could be. About how fucking downright dirty I can fucking be. Because you know what? She keeps accusing me of all this bullshit. Guess what? I'm gonna do it. I will pay the fucking $50.
Oh shit. All right.
I'm gonna pay the fucking $50 just to shut her the fuck up. I'm done being shit. I'm so fucking done. I'm over it, Tony. I fucking did say sorry because I was, you know, wrong for that. But you want to keep fucking accusing me every fucking chance you open your fucking cockhole.
Hold on.
Then, bitch, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Lori,
So can we rewind to the part where she says, I did apologize for it, but you want to keep running your mouth about me, I'm going to go ahead and do it. That means the apology means nothing. We're going to talk about apologies too.
Every fucking chance you I was, you know, wrong for that. But you want to keep fucking accusing me every fucking chance you open your fucking cockhole.
hold on.
Then, bitch, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Lori Davis, that's what she doesn't realize. That
I'm over her. She ain't got shit to prove because she ain't got nothing. You keep accusing me of doing some shit, and you know, I'm gonna be that dirty bitch. I'm gonna do it. So
There you go. You
I'm
done
over it.
pissed her off.
You done accuse me and fucking accuse me of fucking doing some dirty dealings with your son, Tony. I'm not the one that fucking weaponizes him. You are. Let the boy rest in peace, you dumb fucking cunt. I'm over it. I'm over her using that as a fucking excuse to be a fucking cunt, dude. And accusing people for how long? 2 months now? I'm done. You want me to fucking, you know, pay the $50 fucking and get his fucking autopsy report, bitch? I will. Stop playing with me. I don't care. You're fucking sick in the fucking head. Now you've accused me so many fucking times of doing this already. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it, Tony.
Yeah, she's accused me of looking up her son's information.
So because Heidi co-signed this ridiculous accusation that I'm panel hopping, attacking, and all over in the chats attacking and all this shit, we'll just go ahead and let that be on the record too.
On the internet, I think maybe I'll go ahead and do that today too. Since I've been
the autopsy report is $50 since I'm out of state. And Chris, I swear to God, stop telling people I'm getting somebody's child's, you know, death certificate and autopsy report. I never once fucking said I was getting it. So stop your fucking bullshit. I said it's public record if anybody wanted to get it. Never said I was getting it. I don't want it. I wouldn't pay for it. So what makes you think that I'm going to get it?
Let's listen back to what was just said.
I'm going to do it. I will pay the fucking $50.
Oh shit. All right.
I'm going to pay the fucking $50 just to shut her the fuck up.
hold on.
Then, bitch, I'm going to fucking do it. And you know, I'm going to be that dirty bitch. I'm going to do it. You want me to fucking, you know, pay the $50 fucking and get his fucking autopsy report, bitch? I will. Stop playing with me. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it, Tony.
Yeah, she's accused me of looking up her son's information on the internet. I think maybe I'll go ahead and do that today too. Since I've been
the autopsy report is $50 since I'm out of state.
Let me drop that link one more time here. All right. Let me go back to this. That was my only fight with you, Purple. And it didn't even have anything to do with Jenna until she jumped up on the panel. That's it. That's all. You can spin it however you want to. I understand how this works with you, which is why I'm not in your chat ever, and before this never was, because it's just a constant chaotic battle with people. Like, admit that you're wrong sometimes and set some limits or boundaries for yourself. I would have never, ever, ever even brought this back up if you guys aren't running around making all these crazy accusations that I'm all over the place attacking you. No one asks for proof of that. It never happened. I did a live stream. I came to your panel immediately after that. We're never going to agree on this ever. But you can't say that you didn't make the threat for a very long time, because you did. I don't even care about what the history with this person is. She didn't do it to you. My whole fight has been, if we allow this shit to happen, it's going to continue happening. So if all the people over there running this narrative that I'm this terrible human being for calling that out, and you don't have a problem with that, with threatening to obtain autopsy photos and death records of someone else's deceased child to put them on blast, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. Let me move on from that. Oh, I agree with you. I'm not even going to say your name, but I agree with you 100 times over. There'll be 10 live streams over the next 10 days about Vilomah said this and I never said that. And not one person will say there's a clip of you actually saying it. Not one person will say you actually did do that. That's my only fight. I didn't make it personal. That's my only argument. That's been my only fight. Okay. So apparently I'm involved in this pedophile ring bullshit. I'm going to say this one time only. Hey, Daphne. I'm going to say this one time only. I don't even know who this chip person is. I have no idea who it is. Didn't know anything about an Angels channel. Never been in a chat anywhere over there. Don't think I've ever been on a panel with anyone named Chipped. Never heard the shit that come out in those clips. And I'll be the first person to say that shit is, if it's clipped in context, that's a shit person. I don't think anybody would stand behind that. I don't think anybody would say that what come out of that person's mouth is okay or normal or not illegal or disgusting. I don't know who they are. I've never had conversation with them. Never been in a chat with them. Have no idea what this Angels channel is. Have never been there. Ever. Call that shit out all day long. Report that shit to the law enforcement all day long. But now the connections get weird for me. See, just like what's happening now with Purple and Jenna running rampant saying I've been on the attack and I've done this and I've done that with absolutely no proof. Live streams are there. They're public. Go watch them for yourself. So now the jerks are also pedophiles, right? They're sympathy, they're pedo simps or whatever the shit. Wee Frosty is now a pedo simp because this chip person is involved in some clearly off the wall shit against children that is repulsive, to say the least, repulsive. And somehow, because Wee Frosty knows two people who go by Stella and I don't even know the other person's name, Stella and Griffey or whatever. Now Wee Frosty is involved in this stuff. Someone named Kiki's Eyes comes in my chat, types a chat, and somehow that connects me. Somehow the jerks are sympathizers or an actual, what was it, international pedophile ring? Do you see how ridiculous this sounds? I'm not sure what happened to the sanity, to the normal thinking. I'm not quite sure what happened, but it's gone so far off the road into left field. I don't think there's any coming back from making these accusations. The names that I've heard as of lately: A.F. Pennington, who I've never had conversation with. Chasing Truth. Wow, really? You're going to drag Chasing Truth into this pedophile stuff? Wow. Lip Black No More. Angel Talks Too Fast. The Jerks. Deets on the Streets. The Glarer. The Stella and Griffey people. Wee Frosty Ewok. Scott H. And Fizzle. This is weird. Oh, and now Kiki Eyes. So if you're seen in a chat of somebody that Benny Keys or Tiffany Marie or Carl do not like, you're a pedophile simp. You're simping for pedophiles. Does that sound normal? So because somebody's in my chat chatting, I'm somehow connected to content that's on their channel or other channels that they go to because they popped up in the Jerks chat and said hello to people. I mean, can somebody please show some type of receipts that aren't conspiracy based? Can we also ask that if you thoroughly believe that people on this platform are involved in that kind of absolute unacceptable, disgusting, you should be wiped off the face of the earth behavior, why aren't you going to law enforcement with it? Why is it being brought to this platform? Why are people's names being slandered and dragged through all the filth that you can find in an attempt to make them pedophile simps or pedophiles or child traffickers? All of these over-the-top accusations based on a hunch or a numbers theory or some kind of connection that your gut tells you is there. Why aren't you going to law enforcement with it? And if you have gone to law enforcement, I'm pretty sure that they would tell you to stop talking about it, to let them do an investigation. But what I hear happening is two people that want everybody's information, and it has something to do with Fizzle. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a whole lot of bullshit, ridiculous, over-the-top accusations that are attention-grabbing, that are intended to draw the attention and bring the drama to please the crowd, so to speak, a crowd of insanity. Because Tiffany has an issue with Fizzle. I'm pretty sure the majority of us don't even know what that is. But it just so happens to be that all of the people that are on this list of pedophile simps are people who are content creators in the true crime community that talked about Summer's case. And then all of a sudden, some big blow up happens. Fizzle is the intended target, and anyone who's been good with her is now a pedophile simp. So all these live streams, hey Shine, all these live streams, because you think Angel Talks Too Fast has some kind of communication between people and you think you're entitled to it. You think all of the people that, listen, 1-800-TBI find. The last I checked, the Summer Wells case is being investigated by the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations. They're not YouTubers. They're not content creators. They're actual law enforcement. They're tasked with investigating the disappearance of Summer Wells. If there's information, it should be sent to the TBI. TBI is not out doxing people. They're not talking about people's deceased children or deceased family members. They're not running from channel to channel spinning this ridiculous narrative about pedophilia. The TBI is actually responsible for investigating. They're charged and tasked with finding the answers that everybody is waiting for. And if anyone has any information, that's where it should be sent to. So because Angel talks too fast, or Chasing Truth, or Deets, or any other person has some messages, private messages with Fizzle, and they don't hand them over to Tiffany, all hell breaks loose in their life. These ridiculous accusations get made. These claims that they're involved in child trafficking or pedophilia gets put out into the universe. It just so happens all of the people that are accused of these ridiculous claims can be traced right back to Fizzle, meaning Fizzle was friends with them at one time, is still friends with them, had conversations with that person, and some nosy people who think that they're going to solve the case of a missing child better than the TBI is doing. They're demanding all of these conversations, if they even exist. And when you're not willing to hand them over, listen, I wouldn't hand them over either. You know why? Because they get turned into this conspiracy theory bullshit. This absolute conspiracy nut bullshit. If you're always looking for something specific, you will search till you find it. You will create things in your own head in order to make the connection that you so desire. If you're a negative person and you wake up every day and you look for negativity, you will find it. If you're someone like Carl, who only talks about pedophilia, that's it, that's all he talks about are pedophiles. That's it, that's all. That's all he's looking for are pedophiles. So what do you think he's going to find? He's going to create the links. He's going to make up the signs and the symbols. He's going to make up the connections. Someone was in my chat whom I have never spoke with before. There's a lot of people in the chat I've never spoke with before. But all of a sudden, they're now connected to this pedophile ring. Can someone please explain or make any of this shit make sense? Because it makes no sense at all whatsoever. The only thing that makes sense to me is Tiffany has a deep hatred for Fizzle. And anyone who gets along with Fizzle is targeted. Anyone who has private conversations with Fizzle is targeted. When you are a YouTuber, a content creator with a channel, and you're sitting around demanding that people hand you what you think is evidence, I don't think it's going to happen when all you do with it is turn it into some type of pedophile link. The word hello soon will be an indication of pedophilia. I can't make it make sense in my head. You allowed people to sit on your panel and say that I've been attacking them with no proof. You somehow draw the conclusion that the jerks are responsible for a pedophile ring, that Six Up Media is responsible for a pedophile ring, that I'm responsible for some type of pedophile ring. Groups of people, all of those names mentioned, have had issue with Jenna and Purple. And so, of course, those people are handed over to Tiffany, Marie, and BK. Does anybody make that connection? If you don't like somebody, let's think up of the worst accusation about them and slap it on them. I'm looking for it, Lise. Let's see. Read my comment. Okay, let me go. Let me find it quick. It must be up there. Hold on. And TM's own words are, Fizzle has all of BK's passwords to his stuff and he doesn't remember them, so he can't get into his stuff. Fizzle won't give him the passwords. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about it at all. Hey, Sugar Britches. I mean, I don't know what the deep seed, what the hatred is between Tiffany and Fizzle. I don't know anything about it. I thought that they got along, that they were quote unquote researching together. And the next thing I know, there's some big split. I don't know anything about it. But what I do know is that Angel Talks to You Fast is being accused of having private conversations between Fizzle and somebody else. And she's demanding them. And when she said no, she's now a pedophile. That's insanity. Chasing Truth was asked to be an unbiased person to go through both sides, Tiffany's and Fizzle's. And Chasing Truth, who's extremely credible, who does have the ability to be unbiased, did that, put out what her opinion was, and now she's linked to being a pedophile. Are you crazy? Lip Black No More has some kind of something to do with communication with Fizzle, and people want that. And now Lip Black No More is accused of pedophilia or being a pedo simp. And because Jenna has a problem with the jerks for calling her out, or 6 Up for calling her out, because the jerks who formerly were the circle jerks, and one person was not honest about who they were. One person, whatever happened there, I don't even know. I'm not even going to speak on it. But there's one person that brought issue. That one person is the circle jerks. And the jerks have moved on to their own channel. And because Jenna and Purple don't like the jerks, they're handed over to Tiffany Marie and Benny Keys. And now they're tied to. Do you see how this goes? There's no receipts of anything other than Chip being an extremely weird person that should be reported. If I heard that, that should be reported. But how is it that we're responsible for other people's behaviors? How is it that whatever Chip had going on suddenly is everybody else's wrongdoing? At the end of the day, if there are people that think that AF Pennington, Chasing Truth, Lip Black No More, Angel Talks to You Fast, Fizzle, The Jerks, Deets on the Streets, The Glarer, Stella, Griff or Griffey, Wee Frosty, myself, this Kiki Eyes person, Scott H., that all of these people are covering up, report that shit. Report that stuff. Hey, Queen Bee. That's the right thing to do with it. The right thing to do would be to report it. Hey, keeping up with KP. Bringing it to YouTube and creating a slander fest of all of these people that Tiffany doesn't like. Do you see the theme there? It's people that Tiffany doesn't like. It's people that BK doesn't like. Now it's people that Jenna and Purple don't like that are being handed over. And then give it to the signs and symbols guy to create all of this crazy. Law enforcement is responsible for investigating crimes, not YouTubers. Law enforcement is going to be the person or people responsible for making an arrest. I'm sorry, Benny. Sitting with an ankle monitor, that being your only connection to law enforcement and your next court date doesn't really make you the person that's, I don't know, responsible for running around, pointing the finger at all the other people. That's what I hear. I hear that. And when someone says, hey, that's not okay, they're doxxed. All of their shit is put all over Front Street. The mentality is, do as I say, believe what I tell you, eat what I'm putting on your plate, or I'm attacking your whole life. And there's people just sitting with it. Angel Talks to You Fast has been attacked and attacked and attacked. I know this. It's been going on since it started with me with Carl. It's been going on and on and on and on and on. It rears its ugly head every time somebody gives it attention. When nobody listens and people say, that sounds crazy, show me the proof, actual proof, not your gut feeling, not your instinct, not what you think to be true, but the proof. That should be taken to law enforcement. No one should be listen, when you get a whole group of people that if you look the wrong way or you blink too fast or you breathe a little bit too slow or you have a symbol or that the I is not dotted exactly correctly the way that it should be, or you park your car a little sideways or any of those things, that makes you a pedophile. That makes you responsible for some terrible crimes against children. Those same people that are attacking everybody that they have a problem with right now, calling them pedophiles. No sane, normal person would hand over any bit of information that you're looking for. Nobody would do that. If I'm watching you attack Chasing Truth and call her a pedo simp and say that she's involved in pedophilia, and you come to me and say, did you ever have conversations with Fizzle? Can I have those? Fuck no. Fuck you for asking. Get out of my space. You've gone off the deep end and there's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from that. You can't run around calling everybody a pedophile simp because you have a personal vendetta against Fizzle. That's not how it works. Law enforcement is responsible for investigating. Law enforcement is responsible for making an arrest. Law enforcement is responsible for declaring that people are pedophiles and holding them accountable to that. That's law enforcement. That's not YouTubers. Hey, Johnson. Hey, Devious. There's just a whole laundry list of people that when they don't bow down, they don't eat what you put on the plate, they don't roll with your narrative, they're now part of the problem, right? That's what Benny said. At the end of that live stream, that's exactly what Benny said. That's the mentality here. You can say that if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem when there's an actual issue. But when there's a bunch of allegations, accusations with zero proof, zero connections other than what you think. If you think that, turn it over to law enforcement. Let them handle it. If law enforcement says there's nothing there, you don't have the right to continue slandering, to continue running with the narrative. You don't have the right to do that to people because you think you're smarter than, better than, or more capable than law enforcement. When another content creator fires up a live stream, sobbing because it's gotten to the point of too much, when they're clearly in need of help, and you go more on the attack, that makes you the shit person. Angel talks too fast, not handing over whatever it is that's demanded of her, whether she has it or not. That's the fucked up part. Nobody even knows what she has. It's not our business. You're assuming that she has all of this information, that she knows all of this stuff. If she does indeed have stuff, I'm glad she didn't hand it over because it gets turned into more quote unquote evidence to support the theory. Half the shit being said, 90% of the shit being said, I'll never believe because of the people it's coming from. Because there's no possible way you can connect all of these people that you don't like, that you have problem with. Any normal, sane person would have just handed that over to law enforcement and sat back and watched how it went. But when you turn it into a smear fest all over the internet, when you start doxing people, their whole families, continuously threatening them, that's not the right way to do it. It's a power trip. It's an ego. And I understand where Angel Talks Too Fast is coming from. because this has been well over a year of constant chaos every time somebody gives Carl some attention. Tiffany knows exactly what I'm talking about. So does BK, because it wasn't but a year ago the same things were happening to them. They were being accused of the exact same thing that they're accusing all of the other people of doing right now. They were accused of it. They know what it felt like. When people stopped giving Carl attention, he didn't have an audience anymore. Half of the people that were involved in all of that crap back then are no longer sitting over there in that chat anymore. They've apologized over and over and over to several of us, realizing that they got too involved. And now here we are a year later, and you're entertaining the beast, giving it attention, and now it's uncontrollable. It's a huge rock rolling down the hill. When you can make the accusation over and over and over based on a gut feeling, there's something wrong with you. When someone is sobbing on a live stream, asking you to stop, to leave her alone, and you fire up more live streams dragging the shit out of her, you are a problem. You're not the FBI. You're not Interpol. You're not local law enforcement. You're a content creator. So yesterday, hold on, let me pull this up. That's the key. Unsub and stop watching. Abso-freaking-lutely. I have that in my notes as well. Being in the chat is entertaining it. Even if you're not typing in the chat. Numbers matter to these people. They're like show business. If they have an audience, they perform. I had so many screenshots of the chat sent to me. People that I've had conversations with. How disappointing. I can never sit in the chat of anybody and listen to somebody I care about or that I know personally be called a pedophile or be associated with pedophilia. I could never do that. How disappointing at some of the names that were flowing through that chat. Even if you're not supporting it, you're chatting, you're there. That's wrong. If they have an audience, they will perform. It's the most disappointing part of all of this stuff. People that are addicted to drama, they love to watch somebody else's entire life be completely destroyed because it's not theirs. When you're too close to the fire, you're bound to get burned. When you're sitting front row in the blood zone, you're bound to get splashed. And I understand how you can feel that it's never going to happen to you, but I assure you, I was sitting in the same fucking seat, and here I am today. A year of the most ridiculous shit said about me, and I don't even entertain it. I fired up a live stream because somebody to me sounded like in a very bad mental space. And not many people are standing up for that. Wrong is wrong. Entertaining it? Come on. I understand the need for drama with people. But we're past that. This isn't drama anymore. This isn't drama seeking. When you speak out and say, one, you're wrong. I have nothing to do with that. I had nothing to do with that. Number two, I don't support that. I'm not connected to any of that. You are completely wrong in what you're saying and doing. Even saying, if you think that of me, report it to law enforcement. There's 5 people ready to fire up a live stream and go as far real life as they can possibly go to silence you, to scare you, to shut you up. And when you do that, when you shut up, when you remain silent, when you don't say that's wrong, that's not okay, the real life shit happens. We're tired of it. We're tired of the lack of accountability. This clip of me in a very heated moment, I'm not ever going to apologize for that. I'm never going to do that. Ever. Stop saying I did. I didn't. I made an apology to Laura and to the people that ever heard what come out of my mouth. I'll never apologize to Bum because of the shit she continuously says. I'll never apologize to Tiffany. I'll never apologize to Benny. You can't run around saying things about me or my child that you do not know anything about. A heated moment 11 months ago turns into content today that's been clipped and snipped and put out and all over the place. Go ahead and run with it. I hear the feds are looking for me. I've been sitting at home. I leave, I come back. I leave, I come back. Poke and poke and poke and poke and poke and run with these crazy accusations, doing the very best to silence people and run them away and make them shut up and sit down and stand at attention whenever you snap your fingers and do all the things that you tell them to do. And there's a lot of us that aren't like that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Jenna goes to TM bragging about her research that puts the jerks, me, and 6 Up Media into this bullshit. On her live stream yesterday, she said she didn't watch any of Carl's videos. She didn't do the research, which is the truth. Jenna tells Tiffany and Benny that I was paid to be brought into this and used as a weapon. Where's the proof of that? Because it never fucking happened. Nobody pays me for anything. I called out the threats to obtain autopsy photos and death records of another YouTuber's child. Purple Phoenix says, she doesn't speak about me. She doesn't mention my name. Do you know how many screenshots from how many chats? See, it's kind of how it works. Somebody mentions that Bombshell and I don't get along, and the next thing you know, there's screenshots of Purple Phoenix and her moderators being over there in Bombshell's chat. That's how the game works. I'm not new here. People running around asking what my username was before I became Vilomah.Unstuck. I'll never tell you. You think I would tell you that shit? No, I will never do that. Just like emails that were sent to family members, emails that were sent to some of my son's friends. I'll never show those, ever. I'll never send the headers and the footers. I'll never do any of that because I learned very quickly that it becomes tit for tat. It becomes other people's content. They break down every word, every sentence. This word has another significant meaning, and saying it that way means something completely different. All of that shit happens, and then you get people like this that run with it and turn you into being a pedophile. Why would you give more information about yourself or your life? Why would you put anything else out there when that's the first thing that happens? Why would you? No sane person who respects boundaries and their privacy would ever do that. One clip of me in a very heated moment live on a panel after the most heinous things, which happened to not be in that clip, but they're over on Chatter's Voice. That clip has resurfaced over and over and over, and y'all play it like it is your golden weapon of choice. It doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me at all. Hey, Fleva. Live chat. Hey, Matthew. Vilomah. Jenna is convinced that the jerks and 6 Up right here to go after Purple. I heard that over and over that I was paid. They paid me to go. No, I just said that that's 100% not true. I played the video. It has nothing to do with any long history of people that don't like each other. It has everything and only to do with threatening to use autopsy photos and death records of another YouTuber that you don't get along with, another content creator that you have a long history of not liking. That person's not even a great person. It has nothing to do with the fight and the history of not getting along. It has everything to do with when you're putting that out there and you're making that threat on the regular all the time because you're angry and you want to be right and you don't want people to believe the other person. You go immediately to autopsy photos and then lie about it over and over and over and say, you never said it. There's a problem. The little bit I got. This is a bunch of conspiracy. It is beyond a bunch of conspiracy theory crap. It's beyond that. Tiffany has a problem with Fizzle. I don't even know what the hell it is. I couldn't even tell you what it is. But all of the people that are being attacked right now are people that she thinks, like Angel Talks Too Fast, is accused of having private conversations between Fizzle and somebody else. Fizzle and her, Fizzle and somebody else. I don't know who. Whether she has them or not, nobody knows because it's really not anybody's business. But Tiffany demanded those. I want that information. I want those private conversations. If they exist, Angel said no. And here we are today. Angel fires up live streams or posts a video sobbing, clearly needing help, clearly not in a good mental place, asking people to leave her alone, and they can't do it. Can't do it. I played earlier. The whole issue with Purple has nothing to do with her not liking Tony. It has nothing to do with her not liking the jerks. It has nothing to do with her not liking 6 Up. I had said I barely knew them. I barely knew the jerks. I lurked in their channel just like I lurked over in Purple's from time to time. I lurked everywhere. There was a period of time that I just lurked. I didn't even type in chats. That turned into that I've known them for so long. I did a video about Ziggy using dowsing rods and putting some very sick things on Summer Wells. Some very, very sick sexual crimes against that baby. And I said, that shit's crazy. Why is that acceptable? Dowsing rods? And because I used 6 Up's content, I tagged her and linked her in the description of that video like we're supposed to do. And that was screenshotted and quote unquote evidence that I've had a long friendship with 6 Up Media. It's simply not true. Then it became that I was a member of her channel. I was gifted a membership. For the record, you can be gifted memberships to any chat and not even be sitting in the chat. I wasn't sitting in the chat. So I posted a screenshot of the email that said you were gifted a membership to 6 Up Media's channel. No apology there. Nobody said, oh, I was wrong. The day came, sorry to do this, Queen Bee. Jenna says, well, I tried to call her out on Queen Bee's panel. She was up on Queen Bee's channel trying to call out this person, that person. I remember coming on the panel and saying, I lurk in that channel and I've been hearing these same accusations against the jerks. I've been hearing this, so I've been reluctant to type in the chat. Here's Jenna on Queen Bee's panel saying that they did this real life stuff. So I went on the panel and was like, are you going to show any of the proof? Are you going to show that? That's all I said. I didn't say Jenna was wrong. I didn't attack Jenna. I didn't get ugly with Jenna. I didn't call her a liar. I just said, are you going to show the proof? Because a lot of us have probably been waiting to see it. But that then gets spun into that I went on there to attack her. That's not true. I went on the panel to say, are you going to show the proof? That's it. Because just like today, jumping up on Tiffany's panel to say I was paid to be a weapon against Purple and her, where's the proof of that? Because it's simply not true. My problem has always been making the threat to get another content creator's deceased son's autopsy photos and death records because you think you're entitled to them. But I see the connection because Tiffany thinks she's entitled to Fizzle's entire life. Every text message, every email, every personal phone call, everything. Fizzle's not allowed to have boundaries because all of a sudden YouTubers think that they're going to solve the case of a missing child. I'm pretty sure that law enforcement will do that because that's their job. That's what they're paid to do. And anybody who goes against this narrative, anybody who stands up and says, that's not okay to do. It's not okay to just run around painting people the way you want them to be seen. It's not okay that if somebody says, I'm not snapping to attention, I'm not falling in line, I'm not eating what you're trying to shove down my throat, I'm not okay with that, and they back away peacefully and don't even engage in the shit, now they're a pedophile. Now they're pedophile ring. When that doesn't work, she lied about how her son died. No, I did not. I have always said he was on a pit bike. He was on his dirt bike on private property, on a track that he built on his own private property. I didn't give details because it's nobody's business. And that didn't sit easy. Then it became an even bigger smear campaign. Well, if she won't tell everybody, I will. And you didn't even tell the correct information. That's what we're dealing with. Silence the people that go against you. Go in their real life. Contact their family members. Contact their local law enforcement. Do the wellness check. Bullshit. Dig up newspaper articles. Go through old social media accounts. Take an argument that my son and I had and turn it into, he didn't live with you. That's the weapons of choice around here. That's the weapons of choice. I'm okay to not like people and have people not like me. I don't expect an echo chamber anywhere. If I don't like somebody, I just don't go there. I've recently told people, stop sending me the clips. Stop sending me the clips. I don't give a shit. Because there's a lot of us that can so very easily relate to what Angel Talks Too Fast is mentally going through right now. I backed away peacefully. And I didn't go back. And now all of you have my son's name and his story and his death in your mouth like you fucking own it. Why do you think you can tell people's stories and their life? Why do you think you know better than they do? Why is it everybody's a liar but you? I've never spoken ill word about Benny Keys, ever. I've never had an opinion about him. But running around calling me a liar about my son or his death, and you are credible, the only thing close that relates you to law enforcement is the ankle monitor around your freaking ankle and your next court date, sir. It's the closest to law enforcement you're going to get. A panel of people that go by the jerks who remain anonymous just because of this reason right here. Because when somebody doesn't like what they say, they dox the shit out of them. That's the go-to. Let's go as real life as possible. Let's fuck them up. Let's destroy their whole life. Let's create all the fucking shit, the screenshots, the photo edits. Let's do all the shit that we can to hurt them. Because I don't like being told no. I don't like it when people say, you're not right. Like Carl doesn't like it when people say, you're not right. What happened a year and a half ago, Tiffany? A year and a half ago, you knew he wasn't right, but today he is. I'm a Russian spy. I'm somehow connected to some feet fable bullshit. Because I don't like you anymore? Because I don't bow down? Because I'm not snapping into fucking position? Because I'm not silent whenever People expect me to be silent. I don't even talk about you fucking people. See, the rest of us saw what happened. We saw it. And when Chasing Truth gave you the opportunity to have conversation, when she wanted to ask you, how could you do that? How could you do that? I didn't do it. I was just sitting on the pin. You didn't say anything. You didn't speak up. When's enough enough? How many more lives get ruined? I don't know either, Tracy. I have no clue. Right, Kiki's been in my chat. I have no idea who she is. I don't know if what they're saying is true. It's not my fucking business. It's not my business. I'm not responsible for all the people on the freaking internet. And I'm not making accusations like that. And here's the thing. When I don't bow down to it, they say I lied about how Cody died. At least twice. A fit of anger we've all had on this internet turns into, it resurfaces and turns into a bunch of clips. And go ahead, turn it into the freaking police. Please do. Turn that shit in. Say that I made all the threats, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead, knock yourself out. When you stand up and say no, your whole real life is affected. Everyone that you've cared about is affected. Suddenly, you know who my family is. The insanity of it is absolutely crazy. And here's part of my problem. People entertaining it. The chats, whether they're hate watching or not, that's my problem. Running with it. It becomes a fire that can't be extinguished. What's the end game? What's the end game? Someone committing suicide? Someone taking their own life? Is that the end game? Does that prove that you're right? What would prove you're right is a bunch of arrests. That's what would prove that you're right. That ego complex, that I'm better than everybody, I'm smarter than everybody, I know better than everybody, blah, 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 all the bullshit. When arrests are made, that will prove that you're right. Until then, you're nothing more than a raging lunatic conspiracy theory out of control with the intention of destroying people's lives because they don't agree with you. That makes you a monster. That makes you an absolute monster. If you're somebody who's in the chat participating in that shit, if you can sit in the chat and listen to these people, you are part of the problem. That makes you a contributor. And I don't want you here. I was more shocked at the names in the chat than I was the bullshit coming out of their mouths. These people are out of control. These people are completely out of control. If there's no audience, there's no one to hear it. If you're there listening because you love the drama, don't go bitching whenever it's turned on you. I mean, isn't that how it goes though? Isn't that how it goes though? When you say, I don't want a war, I don't want the back and forth, just stop saying it about me. Turn it into law enforcement. If you think I'm responsible for that shit, turn it in. But isn't that how it goes? When you don't agree and bow down and drink the Kool-Aid, they start talking shit about you. Isn't that how it goes? And when even that doesn't work, they go into your real life. They call in the wellness checks. They try their best to contact people that they think that you're related to. They go through all the old social media accounts. Isn't that what they do? They bring up your deceased child. Like they have the fucking right to do that. You have someone begging you to just shut the fuck up about them, turn it into law enforcement, stop demanding from them what they either don't want to give you or don't have to give you, and you keep going with it. I'm going to say it again for the last time. Law enforcement is tasked with investigating. Law enforcement is tasked with making the arrest when the investigation leads to the people or persons responsible for whatever happened. That's it. That's all. Law enforcement. They're not on YouTube, channel holders, firing up live streams, talking about this stuff. If you're always looking for pedophile shit, you'll make it up to believe it. If you're searching for negativity everywhere, that's all you're ever going to find. You don't get to run around suddenly dictating that the Dairy Queen symbol is all of a sudden FBI's newest symbol for pedophilia. That's how it goes over there. And anybody who has a Dairy Queen sweatshirt on is now a pedophile. If there's 111 chatters in a live stream, they're all pedophiles because 111 is a number of significance. This is insanity. I couldn't agree with you more. All of a sudden, where did Vilomah come from? She just popped in out of nowhere. No, she didn't. No, she didn't. Well, what? I can't find anywhere what her username was before. I'll never tell you now. You think I'm going to tell you now? Are you kidding me? You think I would be willing to give you anything about my life or my privacy or anybody I care about when I'm watching in real time what you're doing with it with everybody that suddenly you have a problem with over some issue with Fizzle? See, normal, sane people will not give you anything else. Carl can rant for the next till his last dying breath about emails that he thinks he's entitled to. I will never show them, not to anybody on this entire platform. People can ask me for headers and footers to validate them. Fuck off. You're not getting them. It's not your business. Because that was my introduction into how this shit works. You show the receipts, and the people that go against you accuse you of being a liar or that the receipts are not truth. And then they go even further into your real life. Everything they can do to be right or to win or to be the best person on the whole YouTube. People who can't ever admit that they're wrong, there's something wrong with them. There's something wrong with not being able to just say, I agree to disagree. There's something wrong with people that truly believe that there's a huge pedophile ring all over the freaking YouTube and the true crime community, and that everybody knows everybody. Everybody's related to everybody or connected to somebody, and not turning it into law enforcement. Or saying that you turned it into law enforcement and then bringing it to YouTube to use as content. What are we missing here? If I thought somebody was a pedophile, I absolutely would turn it into law enforcement and not speak about it on a public platform so law enforcement could track them, watch them, and be a part of whatever they're doing. Only a cruel, very nefarious, malicious person can hear a woman crying out in pain, emotionally weighted down, in a very bad mental place, saying, I don't have what you're demanding of me. Now leave me alone. Only a completely evil person could then attack more. Like, wrong is wrong. We don't all have to agree. We're not all going to agree. Fuck, I don't care if you agree with me, if you don't agree with me. You won't find me in your chats if I don't like you. I don't go on a hate speech. I don't call up all my buddies and be like, let's do this and let's do that. I don't do the shit. I just avoid you like the plague. If you're somebody that I can never get along with, I don't want to be in your space. And I don't understand the mentality of people that turn that into, I'm going to fuck up your whole life because you disagree with me. I'm going to call you a pedophile, a rapist, a child this, a child that. What's wrong with you? And for the record, Tracy, never will you see me in the chat of any content creator accusing you of these things. Never, ever will somebody come on my panel and accuse you or anybody else of anything like that without me saying, where's the proof, or kicking them the fuck out of here. Wrong is wrong. Angel, I'm sorry that these people have anything to do with you at all. I'm very sorry. I hope that they stop. Wrong is wrong. Lip lock no more. You don't deserve to be called a whore. The personal attacks because your gut tells you that that you shouldn't like somebody. The jerks. I am so sorry. Frosty Ewok, I am so sorry that because of whatever fucking shit this chip person is, whoever that even is, whatever the hell that idiot, that loser, that whatever, if those things are true about them, you should not be automatically assumed of some type of responsibility because you were a moderator in someone's channel. See, I don't understand how it works like this. I don't understand how people who own those channels and have free access to that content are not called pedophiles. But people who moderated for somebody a year ago or 6 months ago or 2 weeks ago, never had a phone conversation with, didn't have emails with, just was tossed a wrench, they're called pedophiles. Make that shit make sense. I don't understand how everybody being called a pedophile are people that Tiffany has personal vendetta or personal issue with. Over a disagreement with Fizzle, over a pure hatred with Fizzle. Fizzle's not even here anymore from what I understand. The name calling, the threats of doxing, the things that were said about Pearl DeVere. You have no idea who Pearl is. Pearl's one of the most amazing women I've met on this platform. Pearl's beyond educated, not just in real life. The jerks are some of the most intelligent, strong women I have ever known on this platform. And they're being called pedophiles. They're being linked to a pedophile ring. Because they stood up for me and said, I personally know Vilomah. She's not out here grifting all over the internet, because I'm not. Voice for the voiceless, running around, dragging what she believes to be my personal finances to people's chats. What is wrong with people? It's so sick here. It's so toxic. It's so disgusting that when disagreeing with people turns into comments about safe haven baby boxes. Look, I never claimed that was my organization. I actually said I was setting up something so that I could regularly donate to them, and I encouraged other people that if you're of the giving heart, rather than tossing money all over the internet, I learned the hard way that you will be targeted if you financially openly support content creators, which is why you don't see me doing it anymore. I say, here's a wonderful organization. It is a true 501c3 not-for-profit that's saving the lives of innocent newborn babies and providing aftercare, postpartum care for the mothers and the fathers of the babies that are being safely surrendered. And I encouraged people, here's how you go. Here's the website. Here's how you donate. Don't ask me if I can do it for you. Don't ask me if I can hold it. That's not grifting for money. That's encouraging people to support Safe Haven Baby Box. And what happened? People threatened. People threatened all kind of shit. Well, you said you were a representative. No, I never did. It never come out of my mouth. We're going to contact them. Monica knows. You turned something beautiful into another smear campaign and twisted it and used it to fit your own narrative. I'll never speak about it on the platform again. I'll never speak about anything on the platform again that I hold dear to my heart, ever. Because it's weaponized and used against you. And I thought that's what this platform was for. I'm learning that this platform is full of so much toxicity and shit and fuckery and back and forth, tit for tat, ugly, that when the toxic and the bad and the negative outweigh the good, it's not a place I want to be anymore. It's not fun anymore. When being seen in a chat means that you're connected to pedophilia, pedophile rings, sexual crimes against children, international, this, that, whatever, I don't want to be here anymore. When somebody doesn't like you because you don't agree with them, sit down in whatever the fuck space that they want you to sit in, snap to attention when they tell you to, turns into doxing your family, going real life in every fucking way that they can. I don't want to be here anymore. When the bad outweighs the good, there's not much good left. I can't, Angel. Let me pull it up. Do you want me to show that, Angel? Oh my God. Are you kidding me? This is the level. Wow. Are you proud of yourself, Tiffany? Wow. Angel's going to kill herself. Watch. Smiley Story says, well, if she does, Tiffany, I sure hope Angel's family and law enforcement comes after you, because you and the other two, but especially you, as you are right now, are doing nothing but bullying her to death. I pray she takes everything she gets and presses charges on you all, and it never comes to her life or anyone else's. Sweet sativa. Wow. How disappointing. Take note, people. This is what you're seeing. Angel, do you still have my email? If you do, I hope you know that you're welcome to email me. I'll send you my phone number and we can talk whenever you're ready if you're interested in that, because I don't want to see that happen. I really hope that you find peace, and whatever it takes to do that you do. And I hope I hope you know that you have a support system here on the internet of people that truly care about you and want the best for you. We do stand with you. We will help you in any way that we can. We don't want anything like that to happen. We do know right from wrong. Wow, Tiffany. All to be right. All because you desperately want to be right. You've turned into Carl, Tiffany. Whose chat was that in? Oh, yeah. Angel, actually, if you could email me so I can get you in touch with Underlight City of Dreams, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. He can definitely help you. Grow the fuck up, people. Let me see. Give me 1 second here. Wow. The lowest of the low. Okay. Looks like there's some streams getting ready to break out. Let me drop some links here. Traders is going to be live here in about 30 minutes. Let me drop a link to that. I'm done. These people make me want to vomit. The chats make me want to vomit. That's traders. And like I said, it's in about 30 minutes. What happened to just not getting along? What happened to just saying, I don't like that person? I don't fuck with them. Ain't that what everybody used to say? Wow. I can't find it. Hold on. Okay. Angel, take as much time as you need and take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself. Here it is. It looks like Mean Girl Nicolina is live right now. There's a link for that. I'm going to end here because I have nothing good or positive to say at this point at all whatsoever. I just don't. Please take care of yourselves. It takes as long as it takes. Kindness never costs anything. And to you crazy people, fuck all the way off. All the way off.